What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Warframe, and today we're going to be continuing our free-to-play series with our free-to-play playthrough of the game. And today we're going to be going over something very important, which is going to be inventory management. When you're just kind of playing through the game, you're going to be acquiring a lot of things, a lot of crafting materials, a lot of weapons, Warframes, items, mods. And sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. You can fill your inventory up really quickly. And today I'm going to show you just some general house cleaning tips and how you can actually profit from those house cleaning tips. So we're on our Excalibur Warframe. We've done our Mastery Rank 3 test. We've got our new set of weapons we're now using that we went over in a video the other day. So we're going to go down here in our ship and just kind of hang out for a little bit. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you guys is how to take a look at your inventory. This is pretty straightforward. You're going to just go into Equipment and the pause menu, and then you want to go into your inventory. This is going to allow you to browse through all the items you have acquired thus far in your Warframe playthrough. Sorry, it's kind of late. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm stumbling over my words. So just taking a look here, we can see we've got some prime parts. We have some blueprints that we've acquired. We have some Iatan sculptures. I've actually gotten really lucky so far. I've found 4 Iatan sculptures. And we have not been able to get to Maru's Bazaar yet because we haven't unlocked Mars. But when we do there, we're going to have a boatload of Endo, thanks to all these, thankfully. Prime parts, we've just kind of been farming a little prime stuff here and there just to do some filler missions and to get some mastery rank. You see there we've got our bolt tour. We've got some blueprints. We got our ciphers, which we can't sell. A lot of the stuff you're not going to be able to sell. You're crafting materials for the most part. But as you can see, there are items like your Excalibur. He's worth 10,000 credits. Furus is worth 5,000 credits. You can see we got the Hero Chassis Blueprint, which is 3,500 credits. Former Blueprint, 2,500 credits. So you can see each one of these has a credit value. Now, we don't want to sell all this stuff, but we're going to go through here and actually sell a couple of these items. Because as a free-to-play account, you're not going to have as much inventory space. If you're buying platinum, you can kind of just go through willy-nilly and fill up on whatever you want, because you can always buy new slots. But inventory slots do cost platinum, so keep that in mind. It's one of the reasons we're hanging on to our 50 starter platinum, is eventually we're going to have to start buying slots for extra Warframes and weapons. And that's the one thing I think, if you do want to spend your starter platinum on something, it's going to be those extra weapon slots or extra Warframe slots. It's going to be very important to have that capacity, especially later in the game. But just going through here, the Axolotl blueprint, we're going to save that. We're going to craft that once we get to Mars and Phobos, hopefully. We're not going to sell these prime parts because we're going to actually take those to the relay on Mercury and trade them in for ducats so that we can hopefully buy some items from Baron Katir when he comes in a couple of weeks. We're going to hang on to our Iatan. We're going to trade all that in with Maru. We're hanging on to the Boltor right now because we just crafted that, and we're working on leveling it up to 30. And that's going to be a weapon we use for quite a while here. Like I said, prime stuff we're going to hang on to. Let's go through here. Excalibur, obviously, we're not going to sell because these are only Warframe. The Furus we just unlocked, so we're not going to sell that. Here we have the Hero Chassis Blueprint, though. Now, these drop quite a bit when you're doing your farming missions for prime parts. These drop off a lot of the major class enemies in there. You'll get a couple of these just running those your early lift fishers. Hero's not a Warframe we're going to really worry about, at least not until we get way further out in the end game. So we can add that to our sell pile. Going through here, the Crack, that's going to be a weapon. Actually, we're already crafting that. That's going to be a weapon we're going to use once the Bolt Tour is leveled up. It's kind of just there for backup. The Mark 1 Bratton, we can get rid of this because we've leveled it up to level 30. You can see we've got that little symbol there, which means we've achieved the maximum amount of affinity rank we can get with this weapon. That's one thing to do if you're going to sell weapons. Make sure you've leveled it up to level 30. You can only get affinity for leveling a weapon up from 1 to 30 one time. So even if you put a Forma in it and set it back to 0, when you level it up from 1 to 30 again, it's not going to count towards your overall mastery rank. So that's why we call a lot of these weapons mastery rank fodder, because there's a couple weapons, like actually a couple Mark 1 weapons you can buy for credits in the market that are really cheap, and if you want to just level up, get some quick affinity, you can buy those, level them up to 30, and then sell them. So that's what we call mastery rank fodder. The Mark 1 kunai or mastery rank fodder, once we get those to 27, we'll eventually sell them as well. We don't really want to sell any of this other stuff because we, quite frankly, are still going to craft these. We got our Rhino chassis and Neuroptics. We're going to hang on to those because we're going to be building him you can see we could sell the Skana if we really wanted to, because we are using the Orthos right now, but I like the Skana is a very good melee weapon. It's usable even towards the latter stages of the game, so we want to hang on to that. You can even sell your Sentinel once you, if you want to get rid of Taxon, once you get him to 30 and you build another Sentinel. I wouldn't advise it right now, but that's just something that you can also do. So really, we don't have a lot to sell, unfortunately, but this is just what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go through here and just see if there's a bunch of extra stuff. Like you might have, let's say you've crafted Oberon already, because you get Oberon parts drop off of Eximus enemies. Let's say you've got 10 Oberon parts sitting in your inventory, just sitting there. That's a quick 35,000 credits. So pretty easy there. We're only going to get 6,000 credits here, but still, it's better than 0. We're going to go ahead and sell all that. And that way we've cleared a couple of inventory slots. That's especially important for weapons, because you only have a limited number of weapon slots. And that's something that is you want to keep an eye on. Alright, so for the second part of this, we're going to go look at our mods. Now here's another area where we can get some pretty easy credits, or you can also get some Endo. And what you want to do here, you can see here we have 38 duplicate mods. So if you click on this tab here, it's going to show you everything that you have that is a duplicate. The mods that you've actually worked on, you'll see should have some little blue spots on them, so you know not to do those. It'll also tell you if a mod is equipped on a Warframe. So, for example, here we're going to take Pressure Point. We have 8 Pressure Point mods. These are really common. They drop from a lot of guys early on. We're going to pick all 8 of those, and you see we have options up here. We can sell all 8 of these for 1,600 credits, or we can dissolve 8 of them into 40 Endo. This is a very easy way to get some extra credits, like I was saying before. So in this case, though, we're going to be going for Endo, because we want to make sure we're building some of our basic mods early on in the game. So we're going to dissolve all these for Endo, and just like that, pretty easy, we got an extra 40 Endo. So what you want to do is go through here, make sure you don't use any mods that you're actually using. And in the case of mods like Vitality, actually Pressure Point, you want to maybe keep an extra copy at a low rank so that you can use it on new equipment and new Warframes that you first get. But just go through here, you see we have 5 Vitalities, we can afford to do 4 of those. Some of these other mods, you can cash them all in if you want, if you're not using them at all. And that's a very easy way to get some extra credits and some extra Endo. On my main account that I have, which I've gotten through closer to the end of the star chart, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff just from when I play the game constantly. I'll go in some nights and I'll get over 100,000 credits out of my inventory just from selling random stuff I don't need anymore. So definitely something to keep in mind, guys, when you're playing, especially the early stages of the game, when you're acquiring a lot of these weapons. As we get closer to Jupiter and get closer to the mid-game, we're going to have a lot more gear and stuff that we're going to start to have to looking at getting rid at. So that's when it's going to become a little bit more important. But right now, like I said, just an easy way to get some Endo, easy way to get some credits. So inventory management in Warframe, every couple of days or every week or so, just go in there and see what you can clean out of your inventory. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. As usual, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful, and that it helps you on your early adventures in Warframe. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again next time.